You can't be silent anymore. Patience is not eternal. The switching morality of current rules is terrifyingly indifferent and concerned. Based on the inhumane terror of the civilian population of the people of Palestine that is taking place at the moment, I am forced to appeal to all spiritually wearied people, first of all to ordinary Americans and residents of Arabia, to those of you who have not somehow sink in the clutches and bustle of everyday passions, in the vicious amusements and pleasures of your vain selfishness. Where are the authorities of the personality with a capital letter among you now? Among the rules and dignitaries, there are only dwarfs and midgets. Your failure threatens the world by the fact that the concepts of humanity, ethics, morality, human rights, the rights of mother and child, are in danger of disappearing. Following this, other human values of public morality or behavior, attitude towards orphans, wounded, the sick, and people of retirement age are collapsing. The stubbornness of egg-headed politicians engaged in supposedly resolving the crisis is amazing. The search for ways to stabilize and ways to reconcile the parties. Even more ridiculous is the participation in the process with the mission of about 10 trips of the US Secretary of State Blinken, who declares that he is a Zionist Jew and wants to stop the mass terror of the fascist Zionists. Okay, the elderly President Biden stunned the Palestinian people by admitting that he considers himself a Zionist. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Live for another 150 years and another 25, and try to fill your life with meaning and happiness. Take care of yourself, your family, and friends. Inshallah, I ask all faithful Muslims to make dua for the freedom and independence of the Palestinian brothers, for a fast establishment of the state of Palestine. I ask all concerned and caring people who understand the importance of morality, justice, finally democracy, the principles proclaimed at the United Nations, to appeal to the entire world community with a demand to condemn the genocide of the Palestinian people that has been going on since 1947, to condemn Israel for the creation of the Gaza concentration camp, where more than 2 million people have been held in complete isolation for decades because of their ethnic origin, non-Hebrew, and religious grounds, non-Jews. For decades, millions of Palestinians have been living in a state of stress and haunting depression, in complete lack of freedom, without the opportunity to express protests, express their opinion on changing existing restrictions, for systematic total control, uncertainty about the future, in despair from the understanding the non-fulfillment of hopes and dreams. If this is not a genocide, and not the fact of systematic terror from occupation, then what is it? What is it called? Decades of life with payback, constant humiliation, with harassment without reason and necessity, with systematically applied various types of provocations, with restrictions of rights across the entire spectrum of public life, with constant awareness of sense of belonging to supposedly second-class people, must stop. The world must intervene so that the concepts of human rights, humanism, justice, democracy, morality, ethics, and public opinion do not become concepts of forgotten values. I ask everyone to show their best feelings and join the celebration by name. I also asked all the elected people to join and demand an appeal to bring to criminal court those who brazenly committed unthinkable mass bloody crimes with the murder of tens of thousands of young children, tens of thousands of civilians, women, the elderly, and teenagers, with mass terror of sick and wounded men. If this is not a terrorism or ethnic cleansing, then what is it? Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and the entire cabinet of ministers must be brought to a fair international court for the mass killings of the Palestinian people, the creation of concentration camps, for physical torture, and the artificially created mass hunger and thirst. Is it impossible to deny all these facts? And all this cannot be explained by an allegedly accidental combination of circumstances. everything is being done, as can be seen, systematically and selectively. All this atrocity was clearly planned and prepared. Based on this, a clear picture is created. The events of October 7th should be studied by independent experts, investigated by specialists of various special services. These assessments should be analyzed by independent public organizations to ensure that this provocation was created by the intelligence communities interested in this. It is possible that this terrorist attack could have been conceived, planned at the request of Netanyahu himself and his associates in the gang who feel hatred at the cellular level for Palestine, Palestinians, Islam, Christianity, with the involvement of their agents in Hamas. Also realizing that useful idiots from among the odious Palestinians can get involved in this bloody project. This cannot be ruled out in any case. There are countless reasons to think so. Gaza is isolated from all sides by an iron fence. The fence is very high. It is almost impossible to climb over and overcome it. The security system was multi-level, and every Israeli government boasted and declared to the whole world about its technical equipment of the created security system. Audio, video sensors at a height of over 12 meters were installed hundreds of meters to the fence. American reconnaissance planes constantly flew in the sky, alternating each other, exploring every meter of the territory of Gaza. Dozens of drones were constantly launched, and this is not to mention 1,000 paid agents inside the concentration camp among the controlled population. And then suddenly, October 7th, there was a much blunder, such a terrible bloody terrorist attack. How is this possible? Why was a mass musical event taking place so close to the iron fence of the Gaza concentration camp? Why was system security not ensured with the protection of this event? That all thousands of these wanted sensors had a technical glitch at the same time? That the reconnaissance planes in the sky have lost contact with their center on the ground? That all the services monitoring Gaza went out of order at the same time? And hundreds of those on duty fell asleep at the same time? What exactly happened anyway? Apparently, no one in the media paid by sponsors and patrons with Zionist beliefs was interested in this and is still not interested. Does anyone from this propaganda media think that the concepts of the rights of the child and mother, women's rights, human rights, have wavered and become fragile? The values of humanism are mediated life. The world is drowning in a torrent of dirt and the spread of lies by puppet media, propagandists of the alleged Moshiach's arrival, and especially from the shitty ideas of overt and secret Zionist agents in the highest echelons of power, not only in Israel, but also in Europe and the United States of America. The world is rocking from the alarming symptoms of an impending storm of popular outrage. Therefore, every Homo sapiens must stop this bloody genocide.